Okay, alright. Add it up.
Hello and welcome to In the Community. I'm Joe Dexter, local people, local stories. Glad to have you along this week. We have a great guest. Katrina Harrison of The Last Dons will join us to talk about spreading love and being a blessing, the great things that The Last Dons are doing in our community. Glad to welcome her in coming up in just a bit. But first, the opening statement is about being a blessing. When people need you, you have to be there for everybody. And what I mean by that is in today's day and age, often we forget about the loved ones in our lives. We forget about the impact that they have because so much is going on. But I challenge you this week, take a moment to call your mom because you never know how long you're going to have that chance. Take a second to call your dad. Call your loved ones, the people that you have not been in touch with as much as you should have been, even though we're in this pandemic moment, because we all need to hear from somebody at some point. That's the opening statement this week. I'm glad to bring in my friend, Katrina Harrison. Katrina, how you doing? Let's talk being a blessing this week on In the Community with local people, local stories, and what you're doing with The Last Dons. Tell us all about it.
Awesome. You know, our famous statement is we are blessed to be a blessing. And what we're talking about today is our Thanksgiving spreading the table. You know, we're starting a little bit early, but to be a blessing, you have to wake up and rise and step up to the challenge a little early. So our goal this year is 1,000 meals to be distributed to the community, to Rockingham County community. We will be presenting the actual location. The date will be Sunday, November the 21st, 2021. So I've just been on 11/21/21. So that'll sort of catch you up. So we'll be releasing the site, but as of right now, $23 will assist us in meeting that goal.
And they can find out more about that by visiting thelastdonsllc.com or on Facebook, facebook.com/thelastdons on how to provide that $23. And we'll bring up some more information here on the screen as you look at the third annual Spreading the Table Journey to 1,000 Thanksgiving Meals. When I think about 1,000 meals, Katrina, I think about the impact in our community that we can all have by contributing to what you guys are doing.
Yes, certainly. And we're taking that. The meal should serve 4 to 5 people in a family. So what does that mean, Joe? That's 5,000 people being fed. Doesn't that sound familiar to us all? Just being able to allow the families to come together and sit down. This past year has been a test and trial, but you know what? We made it through. Blessed to be a blessing. We also have shirts here. Together we achieve more, and it breaks down team. Together we achieve more. Together we'll achieve more by coming together to serve the families. And on the back of the t-shirt, it says blessed to be a blessing, hashtag 1,000 meals served and 11/21/21. That's our date. We also have our other events, but right now, because the goal is so big, we want to go ahead and get started soon.
The trials and tribulations that we had in 2020 as a community, as a world, I think reminds us too, when you sat down, Katrina, for Thanksgiving this year, and when I sat down and we had these meals, the real thankfulness that we feel in our hearts to be with friends, to be with family, to have this opportunity. Now, we also know the food isn't what the story is all about, but the food helps us tell the story and bring us together, and it's so imperative to be able to have this for everybody in our community, to bring this, and 1,000 meals gets us closer to that. Now, we're not always going to be there. Everybody's going to have those trials and tribulations next Thanksgiving, but when I think about this, that's what I'm thinking about is the peace of mind that Thanksgiving can bring to a family just for one day, just one day. That's the power of the $23, right?
That's the power.
I mean, that's the difference to me and why it's so important. I love that you guys are doing this. Tell us a little bit more about the planning that goes into this and some of the success that you want to see for our community and why the Thanksgiving meal is so important.
This will be our third annual spreading the table event. The first year we did it with the senior citizen complex in Eden. We always do our trial runs. I always tell you I have to test drive so we can slow roll to see. Last year, the second annual, we distributed 240 meals to two apartment complexes, one in Reedsville, Parkview, and one in Eden, Brownstone Commons. I wish we could go across throughout the county, but look, now we have the opportunity to a $23 donation. It will serve a non-traditional meal to the family, but if you look at the package on that flyer, what they get a variety of things. Last year we did the turkey, the sides, the dessert, all the trimmings. But this year for us to spread the table, to spread it out amongst more, it takes a village. I certainly appreciate the donations of those that always take part and look forward to the events that we're doing. But Joe, what I would love to see is the corporations. Let's get the businesses together. $23 is awesome. And please don't limit yourself to $23. If you can go ahead and step up to the challenge and you want to do all 1,000 meals, by any means, step up and be a title sponsor with us. Be a partner and let's move forward. Who's to say? We say 1,000, but we'll get as many as those donations will allow us to. We want to distribute in a manner, it'll be drive-through, just as we mirror our school supply giveaway annually. So who knows how the COVID restrictions will look. We'll release that location once we get closer and we get secure. But drive through, grab your meal. Who knows what else we can have out there? I like to partner with different organizations. So that is one point, a one-stop shop where different organizations can promote themselves and share what they're doing throughout the year as well.
And being a blessing is no questions asked. There's no questions asked. Everybody deserves this.
Exactly.
Everybody, no matter who you are, where you come from, what you've been through. Exactly. Corporations, individuals, I think it's important to know what Katrina is doing by being a blessing, and the group The Last Dons is doing is sharing with everybody in our community that it does not matter. You come, we're going to help you. That's what we need to do as a community, Katrina, right? We just need to be there for one another.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We don't do any type of registration. We don't even check ID to make sure that you're a Rockingham County resident. If you showed up, obviously you were in need, or maybe you just heard about the things that we do. The beautiful thing about a blessing, when God distributed his blessings amongst the people, there was those that were in need and there were those that received in the overflow. Meeting a need, it is not only just the physical, the tangible. Meeting a need is about spreading love, giving encouragement, giving someone a smile. Some people are single family homes. There's just one person in the home. And I can attest to that. I don't have children. I'm a widow. So being able to interact with people and share and bless, it is truly a blessing. Being able to sup and fellowship with my parents and my sister, my brother, and their families is beautiful. But there are some people out there that don't have the luxury. They may have relocated here. They may be seniors. They may be elders. We are truly just here to be those open arms and extended hands as we have been assigned to be, in this journey, in this point in time, for such a time as this.
My friend Mary D. Martin, be a blessing, share the love. That's what it's all about too.
Yes. Yes.
When you're being a blessing and sharing the love, smiles are on people's faces and things get accomplished. And that's what's so important is when you help with the third annual Spreading the Table, not only are you inviting that help, but you're just also being there for the people that need you. And that's the power of the journey to 1,000 Thanksgiving meals. As you can see on the screen, you can learn how to donate. It will take place Sunday, November 21st, 2021. $23 will serve a family. Think about that. How about Katrina, 4 less lattes?
Yeah, 4 less. Hey, now we're not going into theaters. Think about how much it is to live stream a new release movie. Sometimes it's about $20-$25,
right.
and to sacrifice. What I've learned is even when I do set aside to sacrifice, I don't see it because it comes back in abundance. Sometimes it's like seed time and harvest, where the sower in the Bible, where he sowed the seed, and in the same year he reaped. I mean, you that's just like I'm sowing some carrots, and I don't have to wait that full term for it to come back. I see these carrots now. Sometimes by the time the first person comes, and I'll refer back to like our school supply giveaway, the way that distribution went last year with them being mobile and driving through, someone may have come not feeling their best when they entered into the school parking lot at Regional Senior High. But by the time they got around that parking lot and they saw some of the characters, some of the Paw Patrol members out there, the volunteers out there, they still were able to get a meal in a safe manner. We were still able to distribute the pizzas because of Papa John's and Pizza Hut and Marco's Pizza. These are companies that are right there with us. But by the time they got ready to exit, and they were so surprised, Joe. I'm a stickler for my babies being able to pick out their own backpack, and to have the volunteers be so overwhelmed with joy to see these kids. We had enough volunteers to where they were able to hold up some of the backpacks so that they could still pick them out. And they still had the smiles on their faces. They still had some vendors that were handing out things. So just imagine you not having a good day, and just by one trip through a parking lot, smiling faces, caring faces, people waving, genuinely glad to see you, glad to serve you. People are quick to receive, but how quick and how often are we ready to serve, just to give of our time, to share? $23. And it's been reduced. So I challenge those, Joe. I challenge those that assisted us last year. They were willing to pay, they donated $37 for those meals. Hey, just donate 40. I'm sure that someone else will come up. Like I said, and now for a limited time, if you make a $20 donation, we have t-shirts that are available. So you can walk this thing out. Like I said, on the front, it says, "Together we achieve more." And on the back, "Blessed to be a blessing." Say it with your shirt. Let people know that you've been a part of a movement. Most importantly, let people know that you've been a part of caring for our brothers and sisters in such a time as this.
We've all been there too. That's the
Everyone.
important thing.
Yes.
Remember when you've been there. I've been there where the Thanksgiving meal wasn't something that I'm proud to talk about.
Right.
You still have your family there if you're lucky too. Like, we all have been there. And as you bring it up, together we can achieve more. As a team, we can make it less of those moments where we don't feel good about that Thanksgiving meal. And it's just it brings to my soul, when you feel just knowing that you have something that small, it can mean a difference. And I want to ask you, Katrina, how can people donate? What is the best way to get that $23? Make it 23 times 2, 22 times, 23 times 3 if you want. But what's the best way to get that money to you?
Yeah, you can donate via PayPal. On our flyer, we have the PayPal.me/The Last Dawns LLC. We have our Cash App, Last Dawns 2019. And of course, you can make your checks payable to the Last Dawns Incorporated, P.O. Box 1002, Eden, North Carolina 27289. And the Last Dawns, we are a 501c3 confirmed nonprofit organization. So you will receive a tax deductible receipt. We're here just trying to serve, and we're looking for the partners that are willing to step up to the challenge. I'm starting early, as a lot of people have said, but who knows what the number is going to look like by the time we get to November 21st, 2021. Let's go ahead and cap out those thousands. And who knows, we may have 1,500. Who knows? We don't know how many people will be there. But what I have learned, and along with you being there beside us through a lot of events, we never run out. We never run out. And it makes me think about the prophet where he tells the widow woman, the more pots you get, the more you pour. So as long as you keep the pots coming, as long as the people keep coming, I believe that God's going to provide a meal for each vehicle that comes through there. I just have to have faith. I faith it out. Last year, let me tell you what happened with the meals. Our goal was 220 because it was 220. And we ended up getting some additional meals. Just like our school supply giveaway, we were able to meet the need of each apartment complex in Reedsville and Eden. And somehow we still had additional meals. So what did we do? We hit the street. We pounded and knocked on some doors. Some families have more than 5 or 10 people in their families, because some families are just blessed to be pressed down, shaken together, and running over. We were able to assist them. And that's just what it's about. Being able to extend love, care, compassion, be a servant. We're here. Open arms, extended hands.
She's Katrina Harrison, the Last Dons, being a blessing in our community forever and always. Katrina, I want to thank you for stopping by In the Community. Local people, local stories. And again, a little bit more information. 3rd annual Spreading the Table. Invited by the Last Dons to help out. Just $23. The donation will serve a family a non-traditional food meal. 5 pounds of a whole roasted chicken, 1 pound ground pork sausage, sirloin tips, elbow macaroni, plus fresh produce, apples, oranges, sweet and white potatoes, and so much more. A journey to 1,000 Thanksgiving meals. Let's do this right now. The paypal.me/The Last Dons LLC is how you can donate, and find out more information at thelastdonsllc.com. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Steven says, just sent in my $23. Thank you, Katrina.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Steven.
So we got that $23 in. We need your help because, as Katrina mentioned, we just want to be a path here, right? We just want to make this happen and do it the right way, and we want to be there for others. You're going to be there with extended arms, but we can be, as a community, Katrina, Rockingham County can be that highway to get people the things that they need. And so we do need your help. And anybody, corporations listening, whether you're corporate or you're an individual, a group that wants to help or volunteer, you can contact Katrina through The Last Dons, Facebook.com/The Last Dons, or thelastdonsllc.com. So we're going to make this happen, Katrina. We're going to be there. And Steven's got his donation in. So
I was totally grateful.
With that, I'm going to have to get my donation in because I want one of those beautiful red T-shirts.
I definitely just shoot me your T-shirt size and we'll certainly get it out. And I just want to thank the Rockingham County Share Program, if you don't mind, Joe. They are certainly the ones that step up and assist us with this, getting these meals out. So, they're ever pressing, ever serving. We're just trying to grow, just trying to serve.
She's Katrina Harrison, The Last Dons, a blessing on our community. Thank you, Katrina, and have a great day.
You too. Take care.
That's Katrina Harrison, The Last Dons, right here in our community, doing so many great things. The backpack program, over 1,000 backpacks a couple years ago, and continuing strong in doing that. The Thanksgiving meals, and again, $23 helps feed a family. You might be thinking, Joe, it's March. The impact is going to be there in November. Are you going to be there to help? That's the question. We can help now and not wait to the last minute. Not wait for those moments where we say, it's the holidays, we need to help. Because we have to be there every single day for our community. And this is a great way to help. And you can learn more about it at thelastdonsllc.com, as well as facebook.com/The Last Dons. Let's bring the information on the screen one more time. The 3rd annual Spreading the Table, The Last Dons, asking for your help to serve 1,000 families Thanksgiving dinner right here in our community. To help out, paypal.me/The Last Dons LLC. That's paypal.me/The Last Dons LLC. I want to thank you for watching In the Community, local people, local stories, right here on Facebook.com/Dexter Media Solutions and on all social media platforms. Thank you for joining us, and be a blessing in your community like The Last Dons is. Thank you so much. Have a great week and a wonderful weekend.